Hey guys, Dumpster Dolly here. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about keeping your goth makeup on for as long as humanly possible. Now I've had this cat eye makeup on, it creased a little bit, but I had it on for about 6 hours now and I think it's doing okay. I'm going to give you some makeup tips, some products you might try out, and some tips and tricks on how to touch it up throughout the night and keep it on. Now the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is primer. I never used to use primer actually, but I've only been starting to use primer for about a year. I use L'Oreal Studio Secrets Magic Perfecting Base. It's about $14 I think, but they make primers for cheaper than that I think, and they work almost just as well pretty much. It's like, this isn't the best primer obviously because there are better ones out there, but as long as you have some kind of base on your makeup, especially under your eyebrows, that's a really big help. What I do is I put it all over my face, like I said, under my eyebrows, all around my eyes, things like that, and yeah, and then I just go ahead and put my makeup on. I put it on before I put anything on, and yeah, starting with a clean face is also a really big tip. I use an exfoliant, and then I use a moisturizer, an oil-free moisturizer, because my skin tends to get quite oily, and then I just put my primer on, and then my makeup on as normal. Now the second, and probably the most important thing I'm going to talk to you about is powder. I use Revlon Colorstay Aqua. It's a loose powder. I tend to find that loose powders actually work a lot better for keeping shine away than pressed powders, because I've been using pressed powders for quite a few years. I just started using this like last year, and it works a lot better. Now I use this Random Spa Resource Fluffy Brush. I explained this all in my Getting the Perfect Skin Base video. And yeah, whenever I tend to get shiny, like I'm a little shiny right now, I just dab it and then I just put it on like this, especially on my nose because my nose tends to get quite shiny. And if my eyebrows are a little bit shiny looking, I pat it over my eyebrows, and I do that right after I do my eyebrows just to set them and to keep them in place and to keep them from smudging. Now for eyeliner. Eyeliner is really tricky because there are some kinds that'll just smudge all over the place, and there are some that'll stay perfectly and awesomely. The highest recommendation I could ever have is for gel/cream eyeliners. I recommend Essence gel liner, although it's quite hard to find. It's really cheap and it's really good, and it stays for like ever. I have it on, this is how I did my cat eyes, only I sculpted the shape with liquid eyeliner because the brush seems to be more precise. I also have e.l.f. cream eyeliner. That's probably easier to find than the Essence one, but it stays just as well pretty much, so yeah. To apply it, I use this angled eyeliner brush. I believe this is also by e.l.f. Anything thin will do. I used to use a Q-tip to put it on, like just pack it on my eyes. Like, it's really good for doing thick cat eyes and bold lines and things like that, although it's not really blendable, so I don't know if you can blend it that well. But, yeah. So as I was saying about liquid eyeliner, I use it to shape these cat eyes. This brush is a lot more precise. I recommend Revlon Colorstay, yeah, liquid liner. It's what pretty much everyone recommends. It's like fairly priced-ish, and it's the best liquid eyeliner I have tried thus far. I heard Wet n Wild makes a pretty good liner too, so you could try them out if you want to save a bit of money. Now when it comes to pencil liner, they tend to smudge quite easily. I used to do my cat eyes all in pencil, and they would crease and they would smudge and they would get all like shiny and disgusting and like really smudgy within not even an hour. So what I mainly use pencil eyeliner for is to draw my eyebrows on before I go over them in liquid. Because that just helps me get the shape on more, it helps me with the shape, because if I draw it on with pencil, I can always like erase it with my finger and then just redo it if I don't like the shape, or if I make a mistake or something like that. And I also use it for my waterline, like in here, to keep that black, but otherwise I really don't use pencil liner. I don't recommend you do. It goes, with staying power, it goes gel/cream liner, liquid liner, and pencil liner, in my opinion at least, or in my experience. Now for eyeshadow. For black, I'm just going to recommend this black because I can, and because I mostly just wear black eyeshadow with the color or by itself. It's Wet n Wild Singles in Panther. It's really cheap and it's really good, and it's matte, which is awesome because usually the blacks I find are either grayish or sparkly or both. Now I don't have any eyeshadow I wanted to show you today, but I usually do blended black. Eyeshadow will tend to crease, and what creasing is it all settles in this, like in the fold of your eyelid. Eyeshadow just tends to do that no matter what after a certain period of time, depending on the quality of the eyeshadow. So what I do is I just bring it along in my makeup bag when I go out, so I can touch it up in the bathroom, in the club, and whatnot. These are great tips for if you go out to clubs and things like that, because yeah, it's good to have your makeup stay and not smudge all over the place. Now, touching up your makeup, just use powder. I recommend a translucent powder, or you can use baby powder even. I heard that works. And just pat it over your makeup and put it on your nose if you're shiny, and just do that throughout the night. That's what I usually do. If you have to touch up your eyeshadow, bring your, what you apply your eyeshadow with, like this brush is what I apply my eyeshadow with. It's not really anything special, and my blending brush. If you don't blend it, then you don't need a blending brush, obviously, but just bring those things along in case you need to touch up. Also remember to bring along your powder, probably liquid liner, pencil liner for your waterlines, and, yeah, I think that's it for the essentials of what to bring when you want to touch up your makeup when you're out. Now, one more tip that is really off the wall and really random, but it tends to work a lot better. That was actually taught to me by my friend when I was like 17 and I used to go to raves a lot and things like that. Hairspray. Yeah, you heard me. This is Garnier Fructis Style Hold and Flex Ultimate Control Spray. I also have Blasting Freeze Spray by Goth, which is like recommended by everyone. This stuff is mainly for my death hawk when I put it up, but when I go out for a long night, I actually just close my eyes, hold my breath, try not to breathe, and spray lightly all over my face to keep my makeup from smudging around or creasing and things like that. The smell is going to horrify you because you're spraying it pretty much directly on your face. Remember to hold it at least this far away when you're doing it. Don't spray it like this close to your face because that's not going to be pretty. It's going to make your makeup run and it's going to make your face really cold. Now, from what I heard, they do make finishing sprays that actually work really well if you want to actually spend more money, which I usually don't tend to do. You can get one of those sprays and it'll keep your makeup on for a lot longer. But hairspray works pretty well in my opinion and my experience. And yeah. Now, when it comes to lipsticks, I don't wear lipstick a lot, but when I do, I just bring it along with me. Like, I have this purple lipstick by Wet n Wild, and I have this red lipstick by Rimmel, and those are the only lipsticks I own. When I do, I just bring the lipsticks along with me because they're gonna smudge no matter what. But when it comes to black lipstick, I don't wear an actual black lipstick. I fill in my lips with pencil liner. That's actually another use for pencil liner, and then I put eyeshadow over it. But I make sure my lips are really well moisturized with a really good lip balm first. That's a good tip. I actually got those tips from Joji and Sebastian. They both do their lipstick essentially the same way, the black lipstick, and I tried it out and it worked pretty well, so. But as I was saying, your lipstick tends to rub off no matter what because of talking and eating and drinking and whatnot, so I just bring all my lipstick stuff with me when I'm wearing lip color because it's just easier that way. There's no real way of keeping it on for a whole night without touching it up, unless you're super careful and don't eat or drink or do anything like that. So yeah, that's about it for my tips on keeping on your goth makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.